everybody. It's tequila time. So today, I was thinking about what we are going to do about getting this in bottle aging thing started, and of course, what tequila I was going to use, the staves that I was going to use, just everything in general. And so I came up with a logical solution because of price and drinkability. So of course, we're going to use Lalo. Um, so my first thing is that we're going to divide these bottles, well, at least one bottle. This one's almost empty. This is going to be, so we're using three staves. Let's start with that. Three staves. I have the this one, and then this one, and then this one. So this is the American white oak that was aged or seasoned in wheated bourbon at 113 proof. Then the cherry, which I did in rye whiskey at 90 proof. No, it was 100 proof. Um, and then the French oak that I did in French Bordeaux wine. Those were all in there for about a week and a half, and then took them out, let them dry, and then we're actually going to divide. We're going to do this on a small scale. That way, I can figure out, at least with this brand, how long they need to be. The staves need to be in the bottle to get the desired flavor platform that I want, profile that I want for each one of them. The cherry, which I'm going to use this small amount here, um, probably won't be in there that long. I want to see how long that, and then I'm going to divide this bottle in half between the French oak and the American oak. And I'm going to go for 2 weeks, and then we'll sample each one, and then go for another week, sample them again, and then the fourth week, I think we'll be there in 4 weeks, ready to start blending. And to do this somewhat scientifically, um, I'm going to I'm using a graduated cylinder so I can do accurate measurements. Um, though that only gets me to 10 milliliters at a time. But once I figure out the ratios of how much of each one that I want, then I'll make a complete blend, um, depending on their flavor profiles as we go along. So that's the gist of the idea. We're going to see how this goes. It may be a big catastrophe. That's why we're starting with Lalo first. Not that Lalo's bad. It's just the price point of this compared to the next one I'm going to use will determine on what where we're at. If this works out the way I want to, then I'm going to take those findings and apply them somewhat to a bottle of Blanco Fortaleza. Fortaleza. And try to create my own, even though it'll only be an 80 proof blend, an 80 proof blend of winter blend. This time with cherry versus something else. Just something that I can do in house, have a little fun with it. Um, the Fortaleza Blanco is becoming a little more readily available, but I want to do the trial with it with the Lalo. Yes, I could have done something else, but I trust the base flavor profile of this one consistently all the way through. So we're going to do this one first, and because of its drinkability, I mean, if it's bad, then I can drink one by itself and another one by itself, and not do anything with the cherry, or mix the cherry in with one and really do whatever. That's the whole goal. It's an experiment. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna measure off half of this, put it into this bottle. I'm gonna drop the cherry stave into this one. So since we're not adding or subtracting, I ought to measure that though. Let's measure that and see how much we actually have. So let's do that first. Been there a while. All right. Let's give this a measure. Well, there's 100 milliliters. I think we're going to stick with that. And I'm going to find some place to put this. Oh, this is a good idea. That's about right. Okay, back into the bottle we go. And cherry. So what I plan on doing to get more exposure of the uh, tequila to the stave, which is another reason I picked these bottles with these corks, is that I can lay this like this, so we get a little more of the. I picked the wrong bottle. So it gets more contact with the stave. So that's the way we're going to store these, just like that. Okay, next, empty bottle and new bottle, and I mean new bottle. So I've been watching a few things on YouTube and on the internet and everything about aging, and there's somebody out there that's doing mini barrels, which is great. They were that easy to find and weren't all that expensive. Staves seem to be more popular. I mean, there's all kinds of ones you can buy on YouTube and or on Amazon. I just went with one that was a little more the Beyond Barrels. That's the one I chose. They had a little more selection, a little more in depth on what you could pick. Um, so that's the one I chose. You know, and my thought of it is once I separate these, take the staves out, which I'll probably pour into something else, get the stave out. I can let it dry back out. I can reuse it again. If I want to char it more, I can char it more, and I can put it back in another bottle of tequila. So that's these are hardy enough that I can reuse probably several times. So that's why I went that way. If anybody tends to want to ask. So I need to pour. And we're going to put 325 milliliters in each one. No, 350, 375, 375. Yeah, that's 100. Okay. Okay. So we should have 375 milliliters in each one. Yeah, pretty close. So into one, our French oak. Stopper in there. Give a good twist and shout. Let that stick in there. And then another one. We put our American white oak, which I can tell you that it's swelled up since I seasoned it. It fits in the tube, but it sticks. And I can see where the grain is opened up in the stave. So we're going to do that. Give her a little toss. All right. So there we have it. That's the beginning of our experiment. And as those things go, it should require a toast. Now, should probably toast this, but I'm going to find a bottle to put that in. Save that for later. Might need that to dilute something down the line. So, grab us another glass. And because it's something I found just recently, we're going to do a little toast with something new that I found interesting. So, this was a new acquisition from just a day or so ago. I know these are limited. I know that this is actually from last year's batch, but never saw them, never heard about them until this year. This is the Tequila Ocho 2003 single barrel. And if I get it just right, 54.5 alcohol by volume percentage, which means it's 109 proof. So, since we're going to kick off something fun, we might as well drink something fun. So, let's give her a try. Oh, yeah. Oh, so has the same type floral notes that your regular añejo would have from Tequila Ocho. They're just amplified, just like the proof, enough to where it's extremely inviting to take a sip. Haven't had any alcohol yet this morning. Let's give this a little sip. Mm. So those of you that might watch my channel, there's not many. Why do I breathe out after taking a sip? Um, Proper way, one of the proper ways to drink tequila neat. First thing you want to do is get your mouth acclimated to drinking alcohol, period. You want to swish it around. Your tongue is going to start to tingle. Your gums are going to start to tingle a little bit. Gently swallow. And after you swallow, take a breath in and out through your mouth. That'll exhale some of the burning alcohol fumes. It won't go up into your head and cause you to gag and do. This is the reason why we don't shoot tequila. If we drink it the right way, it's more pleasurable. Just like drinking a good bourbon, you need to get the body acclimated to drinking it, especially your mouth. And you want to taste all the complex flavors that are in your tequila or whatever else you're drinking. You want to get that ready for that. So we do that by taking a small sip, and then we take another sip to actually taste. Mm. Yum 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 yum. You get the butterscotch notes. You get a little bit of caramel, the fruit notes, the floral notes, a little bit of citrus, all there. Just wah, amped up. 109 proof. That's higher than the Puntas 2024, just by a little bit. But it is so good. Now, a little overpowering, yes. But you know what? The more you drink tequila, every once in a while, you want something to wake you up. Wake up them taste buds and say, hey, That tastes pretty good. Let's try that again. Oh, hey, I still got something in my glass. Let's try that again. Mm-hmm. So, almost did it. Got me right here. It's so good though. I mean, it's warmth going down. I don't have that great big Kentucky hug you get with a thing of bourbon or whiskey. It's just warm. Like a good jalapeno pepper or serrano. Mm-mm. Anyway, that's my goal with this project is to find something that you can taste and you go, oh, I want to try that again. I get that with the Lalo by itself, as a Blanco spirit, it's great. But if we can inject just a little bit extra added flavor, a little more color, I'm not worried about color. That's the one thing about Ocho and G4. The color is inconsequential to what it tastes like. I mean, the Blanco's a Blanco, but if you put a Blanco next to the next to the Reposado really doesn't have that much color, and then the Yalejo doesn't have that much more color, than the Reposado. So you don't start seeing big changes in color till you hit the extra añejo. Except for this bottle, this single barrel is the darkest I've seen an Ocho since I've been drinking it. So that's been a while. Um, Here's an example. Let's bring down most of the whole family that I have. This is the regular Ocho Añejo. I'm going to get the camera close to the camera so you can see the color. See the color of that one. And then see the color of that one. Now, they're very similar, but to my eye, this one's darker. Now, why? Well, this one's 80 proof, this one's 109. That would be why. This one's not watered down to 80 proof. That could be the biggest difference in color. But this is a reposado. Get a better shot of the clear. And you put that against that one. See, there's not big differences in the colors. Now we go to Fortaleza. Oh, big difference. You go to Lost Lore. Big difference. Difference can be the barrels, how they char them, whether they toast them. Excuse me. I'm getting tequila burps. But all of that plays into, and then we go Reposado. Get right side. Reposado. See, there's just a minor color change between the two. And if you didn't know any better, you'd almost think that was clear. Till you put it up against something that's actually clear. So that's one of the ways to look at, when you go to buy tequila, on what you're going to look for. What's the difference? What's the color variations in between the expressions? Some of that doesn't mean anything, especially when you get into the additive tequilas. They're going to add color just to change it. I mean, honestly, there is no such thing as gold tequila. Not even close. That's what they want to call gold. It's straw colored, very lightly. I've had some tequilas that are, I'm not going to say rested. They are put into a barrel briefly to kind of mellow out, and they're still called blancos. They have a slight tinge color when before they're bottled. And I don't think I have a bottle of that here. It's a bottle. I can't think of the name of it, but Dimitri and Sueño. A second, let me look it up while I'm talking. But they put it into a barrel while it settles after coming out of the still, um, and that is you get those little bits of the barrel notes out of it, but it does not majorly influence the flavor. Aroma maybe a little bit. Tierra de Ensueño. They only make a Blanco product at the time. I'm gonna bring this up on Tequila Matchmaker. Now everything's gonna probably be a little backwards, but that's it there. It does have a slightly blued bottle, but um, it's for and it's a little bit higher proof than 80. I think it's about 82, maybe 84. I've gone through 2 bottles of it. I haven't bought any more. I've been buying everything else lately. I'll need to go buy another bottle of it sometime down the road. I still have a little bit left. I think it's back in my bedroom. Ran out of shelf space. So what we're gonna do, this is gonna be a Friday's video. You're not gonna believe this. Maybe it's just the way the light's hitting. It's already starting to infuse some color into that bottle. So anyway, guys, we'll see how this goes. We'll come back to this experiment in about 2 weeks. Then we'll taste it. Then we'll try it. Then do a little sample out of it, and then we'll wait another week, and we'll do. I may put I may do a 2 week video, and then we won't do another until we finish, and we pull the staves out, and then try it as a finished aged product before we start blending. So in doing that, that's the way we're going to have to handle it at this point. And so until then, my friends, it's always tequila time. So we'll catch you on the flip side. See you in a couple weeks. Catch up with this video. Talk to you later. Bye bye now.